Hey there, warrior of life. Yes, you. I'm talking to you, the one who's been feeling stuck, overwhelmed, or just plain tired of the daily grind. What if I told you that the key to unlocking your full potential is right at your fingertips? That's right. It's the power of 1% improvement every single day. Sounds simple, doesn't it? But this isn't just another self-help gimmick. This is a life-changing philosophy that's about to revolutionize the way you approach your goals, your challenges, and your entire existence. Buckle up, because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how becoming just 1% better every day can transform you into the unstoppable force you were always meant to be. This video is your personal roadmap to sustainable, long-term success. We're going to explore the profound impact of making tiny, consistent improvements in your life. I'll break down the science behind the 1% better philosophy, drawing insights from Stoic wisdom and modern psychology. You'll learn practical strategies to implement this approach in various aspects of your life, from your career and relationships to your physical and mental health. But more than that, we'll dive deep into the mindset shift required to embrace this powerful concept. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how small, daily actions can compound into massive results over time. You'll be equipped with actionable tools to overcome procrastination, build unshakable habits, and maintain motivation even when faced with setbacks. This isn't just about self-improvement. It's about revolutionizing your entire approach to life. You'll learn to find joy in the process of growth, rather than fixating solely on end goals. This video will empower you to take control of your personal development, boost your confidence, and cultivate a resilient mindset that can weather any storm. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning, filled with an unshakable sense of purpose. As you open your eyes, you feel a surge of energy coursing through your veins. This isn't just another day. It's an opportunity to grow, to learn, to become a slightly better version of yourself than you were yesterday. Can you feel that excitement bubbling up inside you? That, my friend, is the power of the 1% better mindset. Now, I want you to think back to a time when you felt truly alive. Maybe it was when you achieved something you never thought possible, or when you overcame a fear that had been holding you back for years. Remember that feeling of invincibility, of unlimited potential? That's not just a fleeting moment. It's a state of being that you can cultivate every single day. And I'm here to show you how. You see, the journey of becoming 1% better every day isn't about drastic changes or Herculean efforts. It's about the small, consistent actions that might seem insignificant in the moment, but compound over time to create extraordinary results. It's about embracing the process, finding joy in the daily grind, and trusting that every tiny step forward is bringing you closer to your goals. But let's be real for a moment. I know you've probably heard motivational speeches before. You've read self-help books, tried various productivity hacks, and maybe even hired a coach or two. And yet, here you are, still searching for that elusive key to lasting change. Well, I've got news for you. The key isn't out there somewhere. It's within you, waiting to be unlocked. What sets the 1% better philosophy apart is its foundation in ancient Stoic wisdom combined with cutting-edge psychological research. The Stoics understood that true power lies not in controlling external circumstances, but in mastering our own thoughts, actions, and reactions. They knew that happiness and success come not from achieving specific outcomes, but from aligning our behavior with our values and embracing the journey of continuous improvement. Think about it. If you could improve just 1% in a key area of your life every day, where would you be in a year? In 5 years? The math is mind-blowing. A 1% daily improvement compounds to a 37x increase over the course of a year. That's not linear growth. That's exponential transformation. And the best part? It's achievable for anyone willing to commit to the process. but I can already hear the doubts creeping in. That sounds great, you might be thinking, but my life is already so busy. I don't have time for another self-improvement project. I hear you. The beauty of the 1% better approach is that it doesn't require you to overhaul your entire life overnight. We're talking about tiny, manageable changes that seamlessly integrate into your existing routine. Maybe it's reading one page of a book before bed instead of scrolling through social media. Perhaps it's doing 5 push-ups when you wake up, or spending 2 minutes in quiet reflection during your lunch break. These actions might seem trivial, but they're the building blocks of lasting change. They're the seeds that, when nurtured consistently, grow into the forest of your dreams. Picture this. You're standing at the base of a towering mountain. The peak seems impossibly far away, shrouded in mist and mystery. That mountain, it's your biggest goal, your wildest dream. Now, most people look at that mountain and feel overwhelmed. They might take a few steps, realize how far they have to go, and give up. But not you. Not anymore. Because you're about to learn the secret of conquering that mountain one small step at a time. The 1% better philosophy isn't just about self-improvement. It's a radical shift in how you perceive progress and success. It's about falling in love with the process, not just the outcome. Think about the last time you tried to make a big change in your life. Maybe you decided to lose weight, learn a new skill, or start a business. How did that go? If you're like most people, you probably started with a burst of enthusiasm, only to fizzle out when you didn't see immediate results. That's where the 1% approach is different. Instead of trying to leap to the top of the mountain in one bound, you're committing to taking one small step every single day. Some days, that step might feel effortless. Other days, it might be the hardest thing you do. But here's the crucial part. You keep taking those steps no matter what, because you understand that true growth isn't about intensity, it's about consistency. Let me share a personal story that illustrates the power of this approach. A few years ago, I was in a dark place. My career was stagnant, my relationships were strained, and I felt like I was drowning in a sea of unfulfilled potential. Sound familiar? I knew I needed to make a change, but the thought of overhauling my entire life was paralyzing. That's when I stumbled upon the concept of marginal gains, the precursor to the 1% better philosophy. I started small. Really small. I committed to waking up 15 minutes earlier each day to read. Just 15 minutes. It felt almost laughably insignificant, but I stuck with it. After a week, I found myself looking forward to those quiet moments of learning. After a month, I had finished 2 books and felt a spark of intellectual curiosity I hadn't experienced in years. This tiny habit became the catalyst for bigger changes. Encouraged by this small win, I applied the same principle to other areas of my life. I started doing 5 minutes of mindfulness meditation before bed. I replaced one unhealthy snack with a piece of fruit. I sent one message of gratitude to someone in my life each day. None of these actions were revolutionary on their own, but together, they started to create a ripple effect of positive change in my life. Now, I know what you might be thinking. That's great for you, but my challenges are different. My obstacles are bigger. I hear you. And I want you to know that the 1% better philosophy isn't about comparing yourself to others or trying to fit into someone else's definition of success. It's about becoming a better version of yourself, on your own terms, one day at a time. Think about an area of your life where you've been struggling. Maybe it's your fitness level, your financial situation, or a relationship that's been on the rocks. Now, instead of trying to solve everything at once, ask yourself, what's one tiny action I could take today to move 1% in the right direction? It might be as simple as doing one push-up, saving $1, or sending one kind message. The action itself isn't as important as the mindset shift it represents. This approach is rooted in the Stoic concept of focusing on what's within our control. We can't always control our circumstances, but we can control our actions and reactions. By committing to these small, daily improvements, you're taking back control of your life, 1% at a time. You're building what the Stoics called inner citadel, a fortress of mental strength and resilience that can weather any storm. But let's be honest, this journey won't always be easy. There will be days when you don't feel like taking that step, when the voice of doubt creeps in and tells you it's not worth the effort. That's when you need to remember why you started this journey in the first place. Reconnect with your deepest values, your most cherished aspirations. Let them be the fuel that keeps you moving forward, even when the path gets tough. Remember, this journey isn't just about self-improvement. It's about self-discovery. As you commit to becoming 1% better each day, you'll start to uncover strengths you never knew you had. You'll develop a resilience that will carry you through life's toughest challenges. And most importantly, you'll cultivate a deep sense of self-respect and confidence that comes from honoring your commitments to yourself. Let's break down how this approach can transform different areas of your life. Take your career, for instance. Many people feel stuck in jobs they don't love, dreaming of a better future, but feeling paralyzed by the enormity of making a change. The 1% better approach offers a way out of this trap. Instead of trying to land your dream job overnight, focus on becoming 1% better at your current role each day. Maybe that means learning one new skill each week, or making one new professional connection. Perhaps it's about improving your time management by 1% or increasing your productivity by a fraction each day. These small improvements might not seem like much in the moment, but over time, they compound. Before you know it, you've become the top performer in your role, opening doors to new opportunities you never thought possible. Now, let's talk about relationships, an area where many of us struggle. The 1% better philosophy can work wonders here too. Instead of trying to fix all your relationship issues at once, focus on making one small positive change each day. It could be as simple as giving your partner one genuine compliment, or spending 5 uninterrupted minutes really listening to a friend. These tiny acts of kindness and attention build trust, deepen connections, and create a positive feedback loop in your relationships. Over time, you'll find that your connections become stronger, more authentic, and more fulfilling. And the best part? This approach works for all types of relationships: romantic, familial, friendships, and even professional networks. But perhaps the most profound impact of the 1% better philosophy is on your relationship with yourself. In a world that often pushes us towards perfectionism and instant gratification, this approach teaches us to embrace the journey of growth. It helps us develop patience, self-compassion, and a growth mindset that can transform our entire outlook on life. Think about how you talk to yourself when you face a setback. Are you harsh and critical, or kind and encouraging? The 1% better mindset encourages us to treat ourselves with the same compassion we'd offer a good friend. It teaches us to view mistakes not as failures, but as valuable learning opportunities. Each setback becomes a chance to grow, to become 1% wiser, 1% more resilient. Now, I want you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine your life 1 year from now if you committed to becoming 1% better each day. Picture the improvements in your health, your relationships, your career. Imagine the sense of pride and accomplishment you'd feel, knowing that you've honored your commitment to growth day after day. Feel the confidence that comes from proving to yourself that you can achieve what you set your mind to. This vision isn't a fantasy. It's a very real possibility for anyone willing to embrace the 1% better philosophy. But here's the crucial part. It starts with a decision to stop waiting for the perfect moment to change your life, a decision to stop being paralyzed by the fear of failure or the enormity of your goals, a decision to start right now, right where you are, with what you have. I want you to think about one area of your life where you've been wanting to see improvement. It could be your physical fitness, your mental health, your financial situation, or any other aspect that's important to you. Now, I want you to commit to one tiny action you can take today, right after watching this video, to move 1% in the right direction. Remember, this action should be so small that it feels almost impossible to fail. If you want to get in shape, commit to doing one push-up. If you want to improve your finances, commit to saving $1. If you want to reduce stress, commit to 1 minute of deep breathing. The specific action isn't as important as the commitment to take that first step. As you embark on this journey, remember that progress isn't always linear. There will be days when you feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and 1 step back. That's okay. That's part of the process. The key is to keep moving forward, to keep showing up for yourself day after day, even when you don't feel like it, especially when you don't feel like it. One of the most powerful aspects of this approach is its ability to break through the mental barriers that often hold us back. You see, our minds are wired to protect us from discomfort and potential failure. This protective instinct, while useful in certain situations, can also keep us trapped in our comfort zones, preventing us from reaching our full potential. The beauty of the 1% better philosophy is that it bypasses these mental roadblocks. When you focus on making tiny, manageable improvements each day, you're not triggering that fear response. Your brain doesn't have time to come up with excuses or reasons why you can't do it. Before you know it, you're taking action and building momentum. Think about a goal you've had for a long time but haven't pursued because it seemed too daunting. Maybe it's writing a book, starting a business, or running a marathon. Now, break that goal down into the smallest possible actions you could take. If it's writing a book, could you commit to writing just 50 words a day? If it's starting a business, could you spend 5 minutes researching your market each morning? These actions might seem insignificant, but they serve a crucial purpose. They get you moving. They build the habit of showing up for your goals every single day. And most importantly, they prove to yourself that you're capable of taking action, no matter how small. This builds a sense of self-efficacy, the belief in your ability to achieve your goals, that is absolutely crucial for long-term success. But the 1% better philosophy isn't just about achieving external goals. It's also about internal growth and developing the qualities that will serve you in every area of your life. Think about the virtues that the Stoics held in high regard: wisdom, justice, courage, and self-control. These aren't qualities that you can develop overnight, but you can certainly work on improving them by 1% each day. Want to become wiser? Commit to learning one new fact or concept each day. Want to cultivate more courage? Challenge yourself to do one small thing that scares you every day. Want to improve your self-control? Practice delaying gratification in tiny ways, like waiting an extra minute before checking your phone when you wake up. As you practice these small acts of virtue and self-improvement, you'll start to notice a shift in how you perceive yourself and the world around you. You'll develop a stronger sense of personal integrity, knowing that you're consistently honoring your commitments to yourself. You'll become more resilient in the face of challenges, understanding that setbacks are just temporary obstacles on your path of continuous growth. Now, let's talk about how this philosophy can transform your mindset around failure. In our society, we're often taught to fear failure, to see it as a reflection of our worth or abilities. But when you're committed to becoming 1% better each day, failure takes on a whole new meaning. It becomes data, feedback, an opportunity to learn and grow. Imagine you're working on improving your public speaking skills. You commit to practicing for 5 minutes each day. Some days, your practice sessions will go great. Other days, you might stumble over your words or forget what you wanted to say. In the traditional mindset, you might see those difficult days as failures. But with the 1% better philosophy, you recognize that even those bad practice sessions are moving you forward. You're still showing up, still putting in the effort, still collecting valuable experience that will contribute to your growth. This shift in perspective, from seeing failure as a dead end to seeing it as a stepping stone, is incredibly liberating. It frees you to take risks, to experiment, to push beyond your comfort zone without the paralyzing fear of failure. This mindset shift extends to how you view success as well. Instead of fixating on some far-off goal, you learn to celebrate the small wins along the way. Did you stick to your new habit for a week straight? That's worth celebrating. Did you push yourself a little harder in your workout today? That's a victory. By acknowledging and appreciating these small successes, you build positive momentum and reinforce your commitment to growth. But perhaps the most profound impact of the 1% better philosophy is how it changes your relationship with time. In our fast-paced world, we often fall into the trap of wanting instant results. We start a new diet and expect to see dramatic changes in a week. We begin learning a new skill and get frustrated when we're not experts after a month. The 1% better approach teaches us to zoom out and take a longer view. It helps us understand that true, lasting change takes time. But it also shows us that if we're patient and consistent, we can achieve things that might have seemed impossible at the start. Consider the compound effect of becoming 1% better every day. In just 1 year, you'd be 37 times better than when you started. Now, extend that timeline to 5 years, 10 years, or even a lifetime. The potential for growth is truly staggering. This long-term perspective can be incredibly motivating, especially on days when progress feels slow. But here's a crucial point. The 1% better philosophy isn't about reaching some final destination. It's about falling in love with the process of continuous improvement. It's about waking up each day with a sense of purpose and excitement, knowing that you have the opportunity to grow, to learn, to become a slightly better version of yourself. This mindset shift can have a profound impact on your overall well-being and life satisfaction. When you're focused on daily growth, you're less likely to get caught up in comparing yourself to others or feeling like you're not there yet. You recognize that everyone is on their own journey, and your only competition is the person you were yesterday. Now, let's talk about how to practically implement this philosophy in your life. Start by identifying one area where you want to see improvement. It could be your health, your relationships, your career, or any other aspect of your life. Next, brainstorm a list of small, specific actions you could take to improve in that area. Remember, these actions should be so small that they feel almost laughably easy. Once you have your list, commit to taking one of these actions every single day for the next 30 days. Use a habit tracker, set reminders on your phone, or find an accountability partner to help you stay on track. The key is to make it as easy as possible to follow through on your commitment. As you embark on this journey, pay attention to how you feel. Notice the sense of accomplishment that comes from honoring your commitment to yourself. Observe how these small actions start to shift your self-perception and build momentum in other areas of your life. Remember, the goal isn't perfection. There will be days when you slip up or forget. That's okay. The 1% better philosophy isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent over time. If you miss a day, simply pick up where you left off the next day. No guilt, no self-recrimination, just a commitment to keep moving forward. As you continue on this path, you'll likely find that your initial small actions naturally lead to bigger ones. That one push-up might turn into a full workout routine. That 1 minute of meditation might evolve into a daily mindfulness practice. Trust the process and allow yourself to grow organically. I want you to imagine yourself a year from now, having consistently applied the 1% better philosophy. Picture the confidence you'll feel, knowing that you've honored your commitment to growth day after day. Envision the progress you'll have made in various areas of your life. Feel the sense of pride and accomplishment that comes from knowing you're actively shaping your own destiny. This future isn't a fantasy. It's a very real possibility for anyone willing to embrace the power of small, consistent actions. And the best part? You don't have to wait to get started. You can begin right now, in this very moment, by committing to one tiny action that will move you 1% in the right direction. So, I challenge you. What's one small step you can take today to become 1% better? It doesn't matter how insignificant it might seem. What matters is that you take that step, and then another, and another. Before you know it, you'll be well on your way to becoming the best version of yourself. Remember, greatness isn't about making huge leaps. It's about taking small steps consistently, day after day. It's about trusting the process and having faith in your ability to grow and improve. It's about embracing the journey of becoming 1% better every single day. You have within you the power to transform your life, one small step at a time. The only question is, are you ready to take that first step? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and your journey to becoming the best version of yourself starts right now. Embrace the power of 1% improvement, and watch as it transforms not just your actions, but your entire approach to life. Remember, you are capable of amazing things. You have untapped potential just waiting to be unleashed. And with the 1% better philosophy as your guide, there's no limit to what you can achieve. So go forth, take that first small step, and begin your journey to extraordinary growth and fulfillment. Your future self will thank you for the commitment you make today.